I have I have horrible news, everyone. And I hope you have a moment that you can listen because I've been sick these past couple of weeks, been pretty darn sick, and I recorded this in the event that something awful happened. And if you're watching this, then well, then it's happened and there's no going back. And so I'd just like you all to know that I I didn't win the lottery, and I tried so hard. And that means we have to be back. So here we are. Oh gosh. Welcome, peer runners, to Morning Brews and Cruise News, where we go over all the best news in the world, and it's all about cruising. So there you go. No Windstar cruises, though. Isn't that weird? They never get brought up. I wonder why. Probably because they suck. Thank you all. that was a message for Ted. No, I'm sorry, Windstar Cruises. I think you guys are actually kind of cool. I looked into y'all. Welcome back, everybody. It's good to be back. It's good to be healthy, and I'm like 90% there. I feel a lot better. I know. I think I said that last time. That was a crazy, crazy day. I don't even have my chicory coffee with me in the moment, so we'll get to that next episode probably. This episode, there's chaos all around me. I look like a pig, but we're remodeling and doing all kinds of stuff, and so there's a bunch of stuff going on. But this is exciting. I am feeling so much better. Last Friday, I think it was, we did an episode, and I was like, man, it's good to be back in the saddle. It's good to be doing this. I'd gotten up early that day. I was feeling really good. I was feeling good about doing the episode. And I was like, man, just like one day it was bad, one day I'm better. So there you go. Go figure with COVID. So then, as that day progressed, at the end of the day, I thought I needed to be in a hospital. No joke. I was like, this is how it ends for me. It was wild. I went to bed like super early. I had crazy COVID dreams. I explained it all on the podcast over at Carnival Cruising Podcastaways. Go jump over there, listen to the next episode that I do with Tom, and I go into it kind of like these are crazy dreams involving being on a cruise with a pig. And yeah. Now, if you head on over to our Facebook page, it's called Morning Brews and Cruise News. You would be able to connect with us there. If you have any questions about cruising, you will have some, a nice friendly space, a nice group that you can go into and ask stuff. Go there. There's other groups and pages you can go be a part of. But sometimes asking the most simplest question can get you, yelled at for like no reason. And so people scream, look it up, or, whatever. We're not going to get that there. And if it does happen, I'm not going to give people warnings. So if you're rude in my group, I'm kicking you out. So anyways, and hey, if you want to go ahead and, invite your friends, your family, and everyone that you know that loves cruising into the Facebook group, that would be wonderful. So today we have a heartwarming story from the high seas involving none other than the Carnival Mardi Gras. But that's not all. We're going to be diving into some maritime laws that make such acts not only commendable, but mandatory. In the early hours, Carnival Cruise Line's Mardi Gras turned hero when it rescued a distressed couple from their sailboat roughly 20 nautical miles off Castle Isle in the Bahamas. After being contacted by the U.S. Coast Guard, the ship, which was less than 9 miles away from the distressed vessel, wasted no time in altering its course to help. This isn't just about goodwill. Maritime law often makes it an obligation for ships to assist vessels in distress. It's an age-old tradition, a binding contract of the sea. You see, under the International Convention for Safety of Life at Sea, or SOLAS, ships are required to assist persons in distress at sea. This is a responsibility that succeeds all others. Even if the ship is on a commercial voyage, they have to respond. Besides SOLAS, there's other maritime conventions like the United Nations Convention of Law at Sea, which debates the role of responsibilities of ships at high sea. These incidents remind us of the dangers at sea, but also the fraternity and responsibility that binds seafarers together. The Carnival Mardi Gras didn't just save the day, it followed a time-honored maritime tradition showcasing the true spirit of seafaring. Now, after this, the Carnival Mardi Gras continued to its destination, which was Aruba. We're reminded of the importance of readiness, responsibility, and respect for the unforgiving nature of the oceans. Now, I thought this was a pretty cool topic to kind of bring up because this is one thing that you never really know if it's going to happen or not while you're on a cruise. I have a good buddy that was on a cruise, and they actually stopped and picked up, there were distressed Cubans that were fleeing Cuba. A lot of times when Cubans are fleeing, it's like makeshift rafts or boats that are overloaded. And so what the cruise ships will do is pick them up and get them where they need to go. In this case, I find it pretty interesting. I kind of wonder what happens. So it sounds like this couple were in distress. They, needed help. They were on a sailboat having issues. And so the Carnival Mardi Gras picked them up. What has happened to their sailboat? Like, I wonder if it's still there, or if it's sunk, or what's going on. That'd be terrible to have like engine problems. You have to leave your ship and then it's just floating out there in the middle of nowhere. Boy, hopefully they have ways to track that or have good insurance. Oh my goodness, that would be terrible. Okay, Peer Runner, so here's a question I have for you, and this is something I'm actually really interested in. Would you be annoyed? So let's say there's all this maritime law that takes place. So the Carnival Mardi Gras was headed to Aruba, and they had to turn around. They had to go save these people. They, took hours out of their night there to get this done. So let's say this happens, and maybe you missed a couple of hours in port when you were, out saving people. So, so it sounds like a really mean thing to ask, but would you be annoyed? Would that annoy you to the point where you would be like, I need some money back, or something along those lines, if you missed time out on a port because the cruise ship followed maritime law and they were doing something that they needed to do? So post your comments down below, and or go on over to our YouTube page and reply on this here video. And yeah, let's hear what you have to say about this. I'm genuinely interested. We'll kind of go over that in a future episode. We'll kind of go over some of y'all's comments. That'll be a lot of fun. For me, I've been thinking about this for a little bit. If I was headed to Aruba, I would be, I'm not going to say that I would be annoyed that we saved somebody, because that's just selfish, mean, and rude. But man, I'd be kind of bummed out that I didn't get like the maximum amount of time there. But I will say, when I was on this Carnival celebration, like Aruba was one of our long days. We were there from like 8 a.m. to like 10 p.m. or something like that. It was ridiculous. We were there for quite all day. And it's a desert, so I didn't know if y'all knew that. And yeah, it's kind of fantastic. And I think as a YouTuber, it'd be something quite awesome to be able to say, man, I was on this ship and there were these Cubans that were in distress and we saved them. We did that. And I would take all the credit as if I was like the guy in the lifeboat. I wasn't even a lifeboat. They threw a rope down and I was like, slide down. I'm like, give me your hand. And I'd pull them up on my back. And then I'd pull myself up the rope, and then we'd get back up on the Mardi Gras, and I'd pull them over, and I'd be like, I gotta go back down, there's more. And, I'd do all those things. And so it would be quite fantastic of me. And so I'd take all the credit, and I would try to put it in the papers and everything. So we'll see. That's something that I would do. But like low-key, I would be a little bummed out, but I wouldn't, but it's not really the end of the world though either. You done something fantastic, or they did. But you know what else is fantastic? This is really great. Guess what? We have a new segment. It is game show time. So Peer Runners, put your thinking caps on. I'm pretty sure they look like this. Hang on. This is the thinking cap. Here we go. All right, so put your thinking caps on. And let's go ahead and let's get ready because I'm going to give you guys some trivia. Okay, this is going to be a lot of fun. So there's trivia on cruises all the time, and one thing that you may or may not know is like cruise ship history, and so that's what we're going to focus on today. So let's think about some cruise ship history. Can you tell me, and don't look this up, don't Google this. If you do, you're a bumhead, and I just want you to throw guesses down below until somebody gets it. So, and if you Google it, I'll know somehow, and I'll call you out on it. You don't want that, right? Anyways, I don't really care. Google it. Anyways, what was the 6th ever Carnival cruise ship? Number 6. Which one was it? So we know it all started with the Mardi Gras. What came after that on number 6? So just let me know. I think it was a good old 1988 or something along them lines. So we will see who gets it right. Now, bonus points. So if you get this right, you get bonus points. There's a point system now. I'm not really sure. Bonus points if you throw a really, really stupid cruising joke along with it, and I will read it all out on the next episode that we do. Anyways, that'll be a lot of fun. If you're listening on the podcast, if you hop on over to YouTube, I've got the link in the description. You just click it, pops you over to the video. You will also get to participate. It'd be a lot of fun. So, anyways, that was my randomness of the day. So we're going to have a few more things like that happen on the show. I really feel like expanding things a little bit, have a little bit more fun. And let's dive into topics where we have them, you know? Anyways, guys, that's all we have for today. And yeah, make sure you are subscribed both to the YouTube channel and the podcast page over at your favorite podcasting network. We will have some podcast exclusives coming out, so you don't want to miss out on everything. So make sure you do that. We also, over on Facebook, search out for the Morning Brews and Cruise News. There you will have all kinds of access to content. You can ask questions and everything else. It's a nice, friendly space for everyone to enjoy the cruising world. So there you go. Life is like a voyage. You never know where the seas may take you. So stay alert, stay caffeinated, and above all else, stay cruising. Smooth sailing, Pier Runners.